Hello guys, welcome once again. In this video I'm going to show you how to use DateTimePicker with your Visual Basic Windows Form application in connection with your MySQL database. So first of all, let me grab this DateTimePicker from my toolbox. So I will drag and drop this DateTimePicker in my toolbox, in my form, sorry. And by default it shows the date in the format like this. It shows the day, current day, and the date and the month. And if you make it bigger, it will show the year also. Let me change the font size because it's not coming in my form. So it shows the date like this. So when I run the program, and I give my username and ID, and I can choose any date or the year or the month like this. So just click here, you can choose the month, and you can choose the year, and you can choose the particular date like this. Okay, and you can also customize this date according to your needs. For example, I don't want this format, then I can customize this format of date. So I will just select my DateTimePicker once again, and I will go to the properties, and I will search for the property called custom format, and in here whatever custom format you want to give, you can give here. So for example, I want to give the custom format day, then the month, and then the year. So I will write here in the property custom format dd minus capital mm for month, minus yy for double digit year, or if you want 4-digit year, then just write yy 4 times. So this small d is for date, this capital double M for month, and this Y is for the year. And this minus in between these month and day, you can give any character you want. For example, right now I'm giving minus sign, you can give point here, or you can give this slash here. It depends upon you, right? And one thing to notice is when you just give this customize the format, it will not show here because you need to set one more property here called format, and go in the format property and just select custom format. So just click this custom here, and then your custom format you will be able to see here, right? So for example, I have a database, and this whole example I have been showing you in this video series, and now I want to add the date of birth of the employee in the database. So I have one more field here which is called DOB, which is date of birth, and I want to save date of birth of employee when I click this save button. So this, with the use of this DateTimePicker, I want to save the date of birth of the employee. So let me take one label also, so that I can define that it's date of birth. So I will write DOB, which because it's a date of birth, and I want to set the date of birth with this DateTimePicker. But specifically for MySQL, when you want to save the date in MySQL, it takes the date in the format first the year, and then the month, and then the date. Okay, so we need to customize our date according to year, and then month, and then date. So once again, I will select my DateTimePicker, and I will go to the property, custom property, and I will set the property like this. First I will give year yy minus, I will give the month, which is capital M, two times, and then I will give the day, which is dd. Okay, so it takes the date in this format. What takes the date in this format? MySQL. When you want to specifically date in MySQL, just give this format: year, month, and date, and this can vary. Okay, and now it's set and done. Now I want to save the data in the database. So in the video number 6, I have shown you how to save data in the database using this save button. So if you don't know how to save data in the database, just see the video number 6 and you will know. So I will double click this save button, and in here I have shown in the video number 6, as I have mentioned, that how you can save the data in the database, right? So I'm not going to repeat this code. Just watch that video and just write this code. I'm going to just edit one line of query code here. So just go to this code where you have defined your query, and just write. Earlier this query was looking like this: insert into database.edata, which is my table name, and I have these bracket here, and I was saving employee ID, name, surname, age, and gender, which are the column names of my database. And whatever I enter into the text boxes, I was saving in the database. Now I want to add one more field here, which is DOB, which is date of birth. So I will write here: insert into database. I will make it a little bit bigger so that you can see. So just your new query will be insert into the database.edata, and then just write eid comma name, surname, age, gender, and now I will add one more date of birth column, which is DOB. And just to mention here, the data type of DOB here is, so I want to show you the data type of this column called DOB. So you can see here I have defined in my MySQL database the data type of date of birth is date here. Okay, so just remember that the data type of the date of birth or any date is date in MySQL. Okay, so our query is: insert into database.edata, EID, name, surname, age, gender, and now one more column, this, which is DOB, and then bracket close, and then write values, and in the bracket you're giving all the values from the text boxes for employee ID, name, surname, age, and gender. And I will add at the last, before this bracket, one more item for saving the date of birth. So I will just give comma, and I will give single quote and double quote, and in between this and sign, and in here I will give the name of my DateTimePicker, which is, let's see what is the name of our DateTimePicker. DateTimePicker name is DateTimePicker1. You can just let it like this, or you can change it like your custom name. So I named it as DateTimePicker for DOB, date of birth, right? And I will copy it and I will paste it into the code here. Dot text. Okay, so just write dot text here. So our query looks like this: insert into database.edata, your then in the bracket just write your column names in which you want to save the data, and then values, and in the bracket just give the text box, and at the last you need to add this here. You need to add this piece of code. Okay, so this is the name of your DateTimePicker, and this is dot text. Okay, and now when I run the program, and I'll give username and password, and let's see how many employees I have in the database. So I have till now 14 employee IDs in my database. So I will add employee ID 15. I will say 15, some name, some surname, and the age, and he is a male, and the date of birth we can choose like this. So the date of birth can be 1990, for example, right? And he was born in February 30th, for example. Okay, and when I click the save button, my date is saved with all these data. And when I see in this database, when I refresh my database, there is one more entry which is employee ID 15, and you can see here that date of birth, which is a new field, is added here. Okay, so you can do it once again. Employee ID 16, date of birth you can change, for example 1989 July 13, and I will save it. And when I refresh my database, you can see a new entry with the employee's date of birth. So in this way you can use DateTimePicker with your MySQL database and Visual Basic Windows Form application. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.